repeater, comparator, repeater, comparator, repeater, comparator, repeater, comparator, repeater, comparator, repeater. Whew. Alright everyone, welcome back to HeimatKraft. First things first, I'm wearing a mask and you should be wearing a mask as well. It's not hard. I can do it in Minecraft, you can do it in real life. Next, as you can see, I have made amends for a slip up in the last episode. Last episode when I showed you a few redstone tricks, I mistakenly said repeater when I meant comparator, and yeah, we're not gonna forget that anytime soon. But more importantly, I'm about to drop some knowledge. We need to step on the gas because I want to get going with building new things together with you instead of being the teacher and just blabbering on about things that already happened. So buckle your seatbelts because here we go. The dimension we go into through the portals from last time is called the Nether. It looks a bit boring because we are actually on the roof of the Nether. The real Nether down below has different biomes, just like the overworld, which is where we spent most time so far. Below the roof is a lot of lava and death, but up here we can safely fast travel. Fast travel? 1 block in the Nether equals 8 blocks in the overworld. Standing up here we are at exactly the right height above our wither skeleton farm. Just like cactus only grows on sand, this type of enemy only exists in specific places. The tiny grey dots all around this red platform in the middle are stone buttons. The game will never create enemies on top of a stone button. Plus, enemies are only created within a certain distance of the player. Wither skeletons hate piglins. In the middle of our platform is one such piglin, which they try to kill, but there's a trapdoor, so instead they fall to their death. And that's how the farm works. Kill wither skeletons as efficiently as possible. Why? So we can collect their drops. When a mob in Minecraft dies, they usually drop something. Mob is short for mobile, everything that moves. And some of the mobs are hostile, for example zombies, always trying to get us. Skeletons, always trying to shoot us, but they drop their bow. Disgusting, ugly spiders that scare Trillion away. These pillagers shooting at us with their crossbows. And, most dangerous of them all, the creeper goes boom! Whew, that was a lot. Lucky for us, not all the mobs are hostile. There is cute little pigs, not so cute big polar bears, cute little sheep that give us wool, cute little chickens that give us eggs and feathers. There is also plenty of fish in the sea, and this squid over here drops something when killed. The ink sac. We need that to make black color, and we need a lot of it. Lucky for us, guardians hate squid and kill them for us with their laser beams. Actually, guardians hate absolutely everything, but as this is the ink sac farm, we again use the conditions of the game to make sure that there is nothing but guardians and squid around. Guardians only exist near ocean monuments, which you can see below the surface. On both of the sides of the ocean monument, we have built a collection system to collect the ink sacs. And just like with the wither skeletons, we have a platform up above the farm for maximum efficiency due to how the game puts mobs into the world. Activating the collection system lets these flying machines start across the ocean. A flying machine is just a term for a certain redstone construction and basically means that it continues to move. In our case, it moves between the two sides of our collection system and in the process of doing so pushes along all the ink sacs that have been generated by the guardians killing the squid. And on both sides of the collection system we have chests where all the ink sacs that we collect are then stored. Alright, final detail. Did you notice the green blocks in those flying machines? They are called slime blocks and they are a super cool block in the game. What is this block useful for? Well, you know what? Some things are just easier to show than to tell. To get a slime block, you have to kill a slime, which is another pretty obviously hostile mob in the game. But it's not that easy. If you kill a slime, you get more slime, smaller slime, and then you get even smaller slime. But finally, killing the smallest slime, you get slime balls, and from slime balls, you can make a slime block. Of course, I do have a slime farm at my base as well. Let's take a quick look because it's fun to see, but I'm not going into details of how it works because I want to do something else today. But we need to go to the base, so we might as well take the scenic route because this... Come on, let me go out. This farm... Oh man, it's so fun. Look at them dying automatically. You can already guess the concept actually, right? So they hate this guy, they want to go to this guy, but then they die on the magma blocks here, and yeah. Let's not get into it. It's a pretty huge farm. It has multiple stories and goes up. And when we reach the top layer, we are actually back on the side of one. Yeah, look at that. Now he's going there and he's falling down, and then he dies down there. Oh, it's so satisfying to watch. And oh. How did you get in there? Okay, interesting. Is that a Halloween thing? I'm recording this on Halloween. Is he spawning with a pumpkin head because of Halloween? That's cool, I guess. All right, let's move on. Let's move to the very top of this farm. You see, it's so huge. It took like a week to dig out this hole. Why is there no stairs here? What kind of idiot built this thing? All right, so back here. We can enter the base from the side, and then real quick, this is our so-called villager trading hall. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do an episode on that at some point in the future, but today I wanted to get here. All these chests, look at that. That is the storage system. You can see I basically have one huge tower of chests for each item, and then I have a few. Okay, this is not a good example. Okay, I have a lot of diamonds, but let me find something where I really have a lot of. Yeah, like this. Okay, that's. Oh man. And it's not just a storage system. That's the important part. It is a sorting system because here at the front, I can just put stuff into this chest and then it gets sorted into the right chest. So I'm gonna demonstrate that really quick. Here, you see we have... Okay, no, this is a horrible example. This is not gonna work at all. Check this out. So we have the dirt here. We store all the dirt here. And there is room for 3 more, and there's these 80 and 85, 58 dirt blocks. I'm gonna go up front and put them in here. And they're gonna magically disappear and sounds will happen and you can see what's going on kinda. So let's go back and watch this space. Yeah, wow, that happened quick enough. I was dreading some awkward silence there. Perfect, so it goes in here automatically and not in one of these chests. And that's because we have a sorting system here. This gigantic contraption. It looks a lot more complicated than it is. It's a design by ImpulseSV. I think it's originally from him. I'm gonna link to his video in the description. And the thing is, it's one block wide, so you can make as many of these as you want next to each other. That's the important thing. They are not gonna interfere with each other. So it's not one big machine that has to have 100 spaces or something. You can make 3 of them and that's it, but I made a lot of them. So actually it's so many, I have to fly to the other end. And that's what I want to work on in this episode, because as you can see, I've put down what is in each chest up to this point, and that's because here it's chaos. So there is all kinds of crap lying around here, and then, yeah, I haven't finished this, so I need more space. I've already dug it out. I need even more chests, and I also need to decide what goes where and set all that up. Before I do that, I do want to try and explain a little bit how it actually works, because it's not that complicated, and yeah, let's try and find out. All right, back in the creative testing world. So I can try and show you how this magic little thing works. It's a hopper, and if we right click it, it also has an inventory, so I can put things in there, right? But the magic thing is it automatically collects things. So if I throw something on top of it, oh yeah, if I actually hit it, oh man, wow, an F in sports. If I actually hit it, it collects all these things. So this hopper, it points into this block on the floor, so everything stays in the hopper if we throw something on the hopper. But we can also point the hopper into a chest. Now I'm gonna have to make a little staircase for me so I can actually throw something in there. And now it goes into the chest because it points in there. And we can also point a hopper into the chest from behind, and you can see that little arrow. It shows the direction where the hopper actually points. And this, oh man, I'm bad at throwing. This also works. Okay, I'm not sure, did this go in the top one or in that one? Let's yeah, that looks better. All right, so yeah, they all go in there. Wonderful. It works in all kinds of directions, so I can put one there, and they all go into the chest. The chest is nothing special. It's basically just something with an inventory. So the same trick works with a hopper into a hopper as well, because the hopper has an inventory. So again, jumping up so I can throw something down in there, and everything goes down there. So a hopper can have a direction basically. If we put one down there, and then we can make a whole chain of hoppers like this, and then when we throw something in this one, it goes all the way over here. Oh yeah, it wasn't even there. We were quicker than it traveled. And there it is. It takes a little bit. Perfect. And now the real magic is what happens when you combine the concept of sucking items down and pushing items to the side. So what if we have hoppers like this at the bottom, and then on top of those we have hoppers that go in a line. If I throw something in this hopper, where does it end up? Let's find out. So I'm gonna throw something in here. Is it here? Nope. Is it here? Nope. Where did it go? It's in here. Because as soon as it can go down, it goes down. And as soon as it can go down is the key part here, because look at this. I'm putting a block of iron into all of the slots in this inventory. Now if I put another block of iron up here, it goes away. Where did it go? It went down here, because there is already blocks of iron. The items stack, right? So now there's 2 of them. And if I do that again, now it's 3, and that works. What happens if I put this stone in here? It also vanishes, but there is no room for a stone. Everything is filled up with blocks of iron. So where did it go? It went over here next, and then it went down. So one final thing that is important for how this actually works. So let's put a chest down there and a hopper on top. So if I put this block of iron, it goes down. We have already seen this. Now you see me holding a redstone torch and checking the debug menu. This hopper is enabled. So that means it is allowed to let items pass through. But if we power this hopper, if we put a redstone torch in there and then put a block in it, oh, it stays there. There is room in the chest, right? It could go down, but it is now not enabled anymore because there is redstone power coming to that block. So the basic idea is that we go up here, and with all these sorting systems you usually have a line of hoppers going across, and that's the line where we put all the items that we want to have sorted in. So everything starts here, and then at the bottom we have some chests where the different items go in. And of course, for the items to go in the chests, we have to have these hoppers. And then we still need some hoppers in between and that's where the magic happens. So I'm gonna put those temporary blocks like this, so they point in there. So now what we want to have is items traveling across here. We put something in there, it already travels, and right now it goes down, down, down and lands in here. Now for the final component, we need to revisit the comparator. Remember, comparator, this is a comparator, this is a repeater. We need the comparator. And this has an inventory, that's why this comparator can tell us how many things there are in here. So see, we get a different redstone signal based on how many things there are. Now this signal got stronger, and that is what we're gonna apply here now. Now the idea is that we're gonna read the signal strength that comes out of a comparator checking this hopper and use it to lock or unlock these hoppers depending on if it's the right item. So we're gonna use that comparator. See, it's on the height of this block, so it's reading this. And then I'm just gonna construct it. We're gonna go 3 out, and we're gonna need some space down below. I'm gonna clear that out real quick. Gonna need that for all 3, of course, right? So let's make some space so we can see better. All right, and down below we need those 2. Believe me, it's gonna make some sense when we're done. We're gonna use that line, so it goes back here. Then we need one repeater down here, and most importantly a redstone torch down here. So what this torch down here does is locking this hopper. It's a bit different from this example because here we use the torch right next to the hopper, but remember, this torch is powering the blocks it touches. So this block here, I mean, you don't see it in F3, I'm afraid, but this block here is redstone powered because of the torch touching it, and because this block is redstone powered, this hopper, look at it, enabled false, is not letting anything through. So if we put an item in this hopper above, it stays in there, right? Because this one is not allowed to accept items because it's not enabled. And you can see that this comparator now already tells us that there is something in there. Let me see if I can make a perspective work. Yeah, you can see it red here, and now it's off, and now it's on. And this is the final trick. So now there is one item in there, and the signal strength is not reaching even the second part of the redstone line. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 4 items in here, and you can see that the signal strength still isn't going very far. Actually, we're gonna need a lot more items. I'm gonna have to didn't prepare very well. I'm gonna have to get me some more stone, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna sort stone into this chest. And now what we are actually gonna do is put in 30, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 41 items in there. And now you can see the redstone line is almost strong enough, but it's not going onto this block yet. Once we put an additional item in there, the redstone line is powering this here as well. That means this block is powered. That means the power is going into this repeater. That means this block will be powered, and that means this torch will turn off. And if this torch turns off, then this block is not powered anymore, and this hopper lets an item through. So let's try that. We put 1 more stone in. Whoop, did you see it? The torch blinked, and now we are back at 41, because for a brief second this hopper let the item through. It's... oh, wait a minute. It's now in there. Okay. I thought it would go into the chest. I'm sorry. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And it happened again. 41. It always goes back to 41. And now, okay, I guess 1 stays in there always. But now this one went in here. So we can also do it from here. So stone in here, and we already know it goes across, it goes here, but this time it goes down, then it's 42 in here. That means this whole thing happens, the torch turns off real quick, and that's the thing, right? The torch turns off, that means the stone goes down, and then the signal strength is weak again, right? It doesn't go back here, and that turns the torch back on, and that's how it all works. So if we put a cobblestone in here, what happens? It goes across, and it can't go in here because here is only space for iron and stone, but not for cobblestone. The cobblestone instead goes into here. So the genius of this construction is combining these two properties of the hoppers. First, that the redstone signal strength that the comparator reads out here is exactly weak enough for 45 items, and it gets strong enough to let one more through when you put in the 46th item. And the fact that when we send items across, it can only accept the one we actually want, right? So as we just have seen, cobblestone goes over here. It can't go in here. Only stone can go down here. And as soon as stone goes down here, it is actually allowed through to where we really want it in the end, the chest down here. So let me, real quick, let me finish this up, our little demo. In each of those, we need those 4 filler items. Oh, and I already broke it. Oh, I forgot the redstone torches. Most importantly, the redstone torches. Because otherwise, the hopper down below is not locked, and then the filler items just get sucked down. But now the hopper below is locked, so these stay in here. And now we put the cobble in here and get ourselves some more cobblestone. If I can type it, cobblestone. And now what happens if we put a cobblestone in here? It goes through. It can't go in here, so it has to go along in here. It can go down here now, and you see 2. And now if we put in all the 63 cobblestone, they will all go across one by one. You can see them flash, and they will all go down, and it will accumulate because the redstone signal is not strong enough, right? Remember, the redstone signal will only get strong enough as soon as there are 41, 42, and then this happens. Now they all go down one after the other. But it's always at least 41 items in here. Now it stopped, and that's it. Perfect. And now over here, we could make another item filter. Let's say we want to sort redstone dust in here, and I'm going to get some more redstone dust to demonstrate again. We put the redstone dust in here, it goes through all the hoppers above, and it can only go down into this one because only here there is room in the hopper for redstone. And then as soon as there is 41, the signal strength gets long enough. Let's look at this, then you will see the torch flash. Oh, okay, you won't actually see the torch flash, but you will see this flash because it's 42, 41, 42, 41, 42, 41. And then once it's done, the torch will turn back on and lock this hopper. Well, and that's the same thing we have here in my base. It's just a bit bigger. The only thing I added is more chests, but the basic concept, so what we saw in the testing world is this one chest and this hopper over there with the 3 blocks behind it, the comparator reading the output, this redstone torch powering the block above, locking this hopper, only allowing items in this chest when the right one comes along. Exactly the same concept, just a whole lot of them. Alright, so there's just one little problem. I have been editing parts of this episode while recording it, and I'm basically almost done with it, and it is really long. I don't know if you noticed it, because you have watched it until here. You probably noticed it. I've taken a long time with the redstone again. I know, I'm sorry. I hope it was understandable. I gotta say, I had a great time making this episode. It's just a bit sad that it seems that I've played myself. I guess I won't have time to actually finish my storage system, which is something I have been wanting to do for months. I'm not even kidding. I've been waiting for months to do this episode, to explain it all, and then finish it. And I guess this will have to wait a little longer. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode as much as I enjoy making them. This episode is dedicated to my very, very good friend Trillian, who first introduced me to the game about 4 years ago. It's amazing. Have a good one, everyone, and see you next time. Bye-bye. goes down, 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 and lands in here. Now, what we want is that... That's too much! Alright, everyone, welcome back to HeimatKraft. So, what we first need is the repeater. No, comparator. The ink sacs getting collected. Ow, stop it. Ow. And breaks up into smaller slimes when you start killing them. Oh, creeper, 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 creeper.